our little our group chat was funny this afternoon. But we can't
Yeah, I
talk
went to
about
a meeting. I came back and I had 40 messages. I was like, come on.
it. We'll get thrown off of YouTube if we talk about that conversation,
Typical
probably.
male group chat.
Yeah,
Typical
typical
male
male
group
group
chat.
chat. We'll be in a lot of trouble, but it
Uh,
was funny and it was a good break from work.
one thing we did not discuss in the group chat. I think I had sent it in, but we didn't discuss it heavily. I was discussing it in another group chat. The Kansas City Royals have decided this will affect the Chiefs. The
The
Kansas City
Gals.
Royals have added two new locations
I
on where
heard
they'll potentially be putting the Royals Stadium.
Two?
Two
dude,
new
one's
locations.
We
right
get two
like
Royal Stadium. All right, I'm sorry.
Both are in Johnson County on the Kansas
yeah.
side, so potentially bypassing the downtown
Bound to
stadium. It's
happen.
not out of the works, but they've added two new locations. Number one, being at the 119th and Null, where the current
Hmm.
or former Sprint campus is. It's over by Park or Town Center, I think it's called.
Yeah.
There's already five car parks. What are they
Parking
called?
garages.
Parking
Parking
garages.
lots.
There, no parking garages. There's already
Car
Oh yeah,
five
parks.
parking
whatever.
garages
Car
that
park,
are
you limey
around
fuck.
the entire location. The Sprint campus is currently being unused because Sprint is merged with T-Mobile, so there's no need for the Sprint campus. Tear that bad boy down, and that is wide open space for a nice baseball stadium in Johnson County. The other location is literally right across the street from where Tommy and I work. It
Yeah,
is on
right, dude. It's off of
119th
Antioch,
and
right?
Antioch.
Yeah.
119th and Antioch, 435 in Antioch. It's where the Brook Ridge Golf Course currently is, and that is obviously gone under.
Hmm.
And so the new Royal Stadium could either be at Sprint Campus or right there off of literally right off of 435. The traffic is already bad. That would
Oh,
make it
it's
even
terrible.
worse
Dude, after
on
like
both
game night,
aspects.
like a night game as we're getting off of work. Oh my God.
The
Oh my
cool thing
God.
is though we could literally just walk from the office right into the stadium.
You
There'd be
could, yeah.
there'd
The office
be
could turn into like a pregame area, honestly, which
on
Damn.
is not
Fridays it
good
already
either.
is.
I mean, yeah, I mean they're cool. But but yeah, I mean it would really turn into one then. I mean,
Yeah, so having it right there I think would be pretty cool. I think the Sprint campus is probably the better idea based on current infrastructure alone. They'd only really have to work with some of the traffic that's already on Null. But with 435 right there at that section on Antioch, you've got to do major rework to the highway and the off roads.
oh yeah. You'd have to do major work on like the two square blocks on either side of the highway
Yep, because
by the
those are all
stadium.
one lane. Those are
Two maybe, yeah. No, like
yeah,
that
no,
would
they're all one
oh,
lane.
oh, yeah. Like and
Uh,
it's not like it's easy to get into the K or Arrowhead right now.
As
Yeah,
a
traffic. Traffic.
as as a Missourian for most of my life and a Missourian at heart forever. Um, how many of your Missouri friends are fucking bitching about this? Because I know
None.
all of my life, if there was any talk about a stadium not being in Kansas City, Missouri, being on the Kansas side, or just anybody accidentally saying that the Kansas City Chiefs are from fucking Kansas, Missourians freak the fuck out. It strikes
Yeah,
a
dude.
fucking chord with them.
Who
And
is that
I've
Jackson
heard
County?
many people in my life. What's up?
Is that Jackson County where the stadiums are at now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to pay for it. They don't want to pay for like new ones.
There's a lot of
And they're
things
just
going on. So
content with them leaving. So like
to
I mean
answer your question, Tybo, like
they might be pissed off, but I mean they might have been previously, but they don't seem super pissed off about them leaving
yeah,
To
there's
Kansas.
nobody from Missouri right now is upset
Yeah.
about the potential of the Royals leaving, but this does also open up the door for the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, we know, are probably going to be less likely to renegotiate or open up conversations with Missouri again. We know that the Royals are because they're still looking at downtown. They're just adding in some additional places in case those fall through. The Chiefs have a much more difficult task. Obviously, they could stay where they are, that's going to need a lot of rework if the Royals move and tearing down that stadium and so on and so forth. There's other places in Jackson County that they could go, or even anywhere in Missouri or in Kansas City on the Missouri side. But they're still in conversation with having at least the stadium, if not multiple pieces, in on the Kansas side in Wyandotte County, probably over by the Legends. Um, what they're looking at this current moment is the stadium will either be in Wyandotte County or it'll be in Jackson County. So stay in Kansas City. But wherever the stadium goes, the practice facilities will be in the opposite area. So if the stadium is in Jackson County, the practice facilities will be in Wyandotte or vice versa. And that's a little bit more difficult of a conversation because of the simple fact that not only are the Chiefs asking Missouri for money, but so is the T-Mobile Arena because it's over 20 years old. They're trying to do some renovations. The Missouri Tigers football stadium, the college is asking for money from the state to redo their stadium.
No way. Are you serious?
Yes. The Cardinals
Damn.
are also the St. Louis Cardinals are also asking Missouri for a bit of money, even though their stadium's only 20 years old. And then there is a minor league baseball team, I think in St. Louis, that is also asking for money from the state of Missouri, that is also asking for money for their stadium, which is also only 20 years old. So Chiefs, Arrowhead is as old as it is, 50, 60 years old, while the rest of them are 20 years or younger, and they're all asking for money. Chiefs obviously should have priority, but there's a lot of hands being reached out across the aisle for a chunk of change. And that is why the Chiefs are potentially, it is leaning towards leaving the Missouri side because the people are unwilling or unwanting to give some money towards their cause.
Yeah, they don't want to pay the taxes.
There was an inkling of the conversation of even stadium moving. I know any of my friends and family that have lived in Missouri would be like, I'm never gonna go to a game in
Kansas. Everybody is very upset about the Chiefs potentially moving.
I just don't like. I don't understand how like they can be mad in Jackson County because they don't want to fucking pay for it.
I don't think.
Now I do think the Chiefs should probably just cough up the money and pay for it. It's like they have enough, I assume.
Yes.
Like at the end of the day, just build your own damn stadium. Like, come on,
why billionaires should pay for their own toys.
Yes,
they most definitely should. Get the tax subsidies that you're gonna get anyways. But because that's unfortunately not the way that the world works, Jackson County is looking at potentially losing both franchises and all the tax dollars that would come in from the millionaire and billionaires that work in and around that organization.
Hi, Bob. Why does the world work that way? Why don't the Kansas City Chiefs just pay for their own stadium and build it?
Well, why didn't the Bills pay
Billionaires
for their stadium or the McNair family?
They want to hoard all their fucking money.
Exactly.
They're literally dragons.
The Bills ownership didn't pay for theirs. The McNair family for the Tennessee Titans is not paying for their stadium that's going up.
But like, why though? They have enough money.
Tybo said it. They're hoarders, man.
They're dragons. They're dragons.
Number one, the money that they do have is never liquid. Well, we can say that it's tied up.
Yeah,
so to be able to pull it out and pay for whatever, it's not liquid. But two, when you have that money, I mean, me myself, I'm definitely not rich. None of us are rich, and you guys want to pay taxes to help the rich do their thing? Like, no. So it kind of goes on the same thing. Like, you don't want to pay for other people's things, or a lot of times for your own things, but billionaires get away with it because they have somewhat of a larger say in society, unfortunately.
I think you know what would do it? You know what would get the people of Jackson County to do it? It would be like, okay, we'll pay the taxes, but beer will never be over $10. You know, like, or something like that. I think like you'd have to like write that in.
We gotta bargain with them. Give us a break on parking. Give us a break on stadium food, like
parking, food, and like tickets. Tickets can't get like crazy expensive. Yeah, because it's already kind of a corporate event if you're sitting down in the 100 section at Arrowhead.
Go European.
All the unwashed sit upstairs. Let's be honest. I mean, I've sat up there. Like, it's a pretty good view. I'm not gonna lie, but like, yeah, the 100 section. Those are all corporate tickets for the most part.
There
Like,
ain't a
you
bad
said-
seat in there.
I'll agree with that. Yeah,
You said
Except for
unwatched.
if Jordan loves mom.
Yeah, that's it.
you guys are pricks.